Hello. So this month, I've decided instead of playing an actual game and then randomly going into philosophical rants for no reason whatsoever, I'm just gonna go ahead and play What Would You Do If? For some reason, I've never played this game before, even though it seems right up my alley. I mean, I like analyzing hypothetical scenarios. It's one of the things I do for fun. You accidentally murdered someone. Destroy the evidence and hide. Go on a murdering spree. Turn yourself in. I like go on a murdering spree like, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's just murder everyone. Okay. Here's the thing here. My natural instinct is turn yourself in. That's under the assumption that police functions the way it should and not the way it does, because if I turn myself in, most likely I am fucked, even though it was an accident. But I've thought about this before. What if I accidentally murdered? I have actually thought about this. And I feel like some part of me thinks I would destroy the evidence and hide, but just because, I didn't mean to, but now my life is ruined. I mean, my life is horrible as it is. I would not go on a murdering spree. Just because, I don't know. I don't know enough people to really have enough people to murder, but I'd turn myself in. I know it's boring, but I would turn myself in. Destroy the evidence and hide, 43%. Yeah, go on a murdering spree. 11%. Well, I admire your dedication. You found out your cat is a human spying on you. Well, shit. Get rid of them ASAP. Find out how you can turn into a cat too. Use them to spy on other people. Well, that's rude. Just like, what about the cat's consent? How can I just use them to spy on other people if they don't agree to that? You can't just exploit people like that. I would not get rid of my human cat. I mean, regardless of the fact that they're human, I am responsible for this creature, so I would not get rid of them. So I guess find out how I can turn into a cat? I don't necessarily want to, but the other options are just unacceptable for me. You could become anything you wanted, but only one of these three things. Be a superhero and be popular and loved. Be a supervillain and change the world. Be a normal person with a perfect life. Ooh. I mean, I would never want to be a normal person, so that's out of the window. I mean, supervillain and superhero, that's kind of... If you're a supervillain, does that imply that you do bad things? Because, I want to change the world, but not in a bad way. You know, I mean, some people would think of it as a bad way, because to change the world, you would have to rob certain people of certain things because those things are harmful. Of course, those people would think of me as a supervillain. And inherently, if you're going to change the world by force, there is some level of villainy to that. Because it's like a revolution, but by one person. A superhero, I mean, I want to be popular and loved, but I feel like changing the world is more important than just me being popular and loved, right? So I guess I'm fine with being hated and perceived as a supervillain, so long as I get to change the world for the better. a normal person with a perfect life. Well, that is like the logical answer, isn't it? You repeated 1 week in your life forever. Fix every mistake you ever made in that 1 week. Make big bets on sporting games. Kill yourself. If it's genuinely forever, and I know for a fact that there is no way to ever get out of the loop. Like, I would want to fix every mistake I made in that 1 week, but it's irrelevant because you just relive the same week. It doesn't matter if you fix every mistake, it's still just going to be the same week. I mean, generally my entire life is pretty much the same all the time, but there are things that come into it that are new. And there is progress. I mean, I could progress in terms of like learn a language, improve piano skills, and so on, but make big bets on sporting games. That's irrelevant. You're just going to... Well, okay, I guess you could have a lot of money and like enjoy something in that 1 week, but your life will never move forward. Ever. I'd kill myself. You found out you're dead and you've been a ghost this whole time. Continue life as it is and keep it secret. Tell your close friends/family only. Tell everyone and move on into the afterlife. Right. Well, the thing is, I am existing as a regular human being. I am corporeal. I eat, I sleep, I crap. I can punch someone in the face. I can communicate with everyone. I can do all the things humans do. So the fact that I just simply happened to be dead literally makes no difference. Tell your close friends and family only. Why? I mean, why upload that on them? I don't have any, but if I did, I feel like it'd be kind of cruel. Like, hey, BFF, I'm actually dead. Have fun living with that knowledge. I mean, I guess in part, if it's like a major thing about you, maybe you should tell your loved ones, just because you shouldn't hide that from them. Probably. Tell everyone, move on into the afterlife. Okay. If we take this as, like, my life is fine, and I want to keep living, I would tell close friends and family only. But I hate my life. So I would tell everyone and move on into the afterlife. It's like killing yourself, but without having to kill yourself. This is gonna get flagged. You found out your whole life was a lie. Ha ha ha. Take your own life. There's a lot of suicide here. This game is just... wow. Violently confront everyone who lied to you. Start living again from now. This is very unspecific. What the fuck does it mean that my whole life was a lie? It really very much depends on what precisely that means. Okay. While I am the kind of person that believes that under certain circumstances, suicide is a perfectly acceptable way to go, I would not take my own life over this, because what my whole life is a lie. I am largely defined by myself. I am not defined by anyone around me in essentially any way. Well, I mean, obviously there are some ways in which I am defined by society, by the things that we've concocted as a human race. But if it turns out that everyone in my life has been lying about something, it wouldn't change much about me, I don't think. Because the way I see myself is primarily based on my own perceptions. It's kind of one of the issues in my life is that my self-perception clashes with how other people perceive me for various reasons. So if everyone around me has been lying about something, I don't think it would change all that much about me. What? They know that I'm a ghost? Start living again from now. Everything you said sounded really, really sad. Become a public speaker. That's good. Talk less. Use it in any manipulative way you imagine. Oh, God. Okay. I enjoy making people laugh, to be honest. I'm not a very, positive person, obviously, but I am sort of a funny person, I would say. I mean, I make people laugh quite a bit, IRL, but, I don't know, if I constantly sounded sad, I feel like I would find a way to make that funny, you know? I would not use it to manipulate people. I don't think I would talk less. I don't think that this would change how I express myself. So just by process of elimination, become a public speaker, even though I don't think I would, but it's just the least obnoxious here. Everyone would just be a manipulative jerk. Yay. You are credited for someone else's work. Keep it that way and become famous. Tell everyone the truth and be criticized. Don't do anything and go unnoticed. Tell everyone the truth. I don't know why you would be criticized, but I am very much against plagiarism. I'm pretty hardcore on the subject of plagiarism, so I would not take credit for someone else's work. You're caught in a fire. Is one of the options going to be kill yourself before it gets to you? Jump out of the 3rd floor window. Give up. Take a relaxing bath to treat yourself. You would boil. Okay, what I would actually do if I were caught in a fire, because I have thought of this, I think about these things, is I would first and foremost attempt to save everyone in the apartment. Well, assuming that's done, I would attempt to climb down the balconies, because there's my balcony and then there's balconies beneath it, and I feel like in the eventuality of a fire happening, I would possibly be able to climb down just using the balconies. So that's what I would actually do. I would not give up because, I actually don't mind dying, but I don't want to burn. Maybe if I was suffocating, I maybe would do that because I don't really like my life very much. So maybe I would give up. If I'm suffocating and not burning, because I don't want to burn and I don't want to boil. Jump out of the 3rd floor window. But climb down, actually. You meet your celebrity crush. Fangirl / fanboy all over them. kindly ask for a picture and leave, pretend you don't know them, and go on a date. Okay, I don't really crush on celebrities because it's like I don't know them. It seems kind of like, how do you... I realize that a crush is not something you can control, but even if I have positive emotions toward a celebrity, I don't think I'm constitutionally capable of having a crush on a celebrity, because I have to know the person in order to care enough about them to crush on them. So I don't really have a crush on a celebrity, and never really have. I mean, there are some celebrities I kind of like, but it's not a crush. I would not fangirl or fanboy, for that matter, all over them, because I don't do that. I'm sort of constitutionally incapable of being a fan, because I have this thing where, like, I can't put myself on a step below someone without feeling really bad, like inferior. And I realize that when you're a fan of someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're below them. But like, this sort of being a fan, like when you idolize someone, I can't do that. I can't put someone else above me like that. It's just, I'm not implying that that's necessarily what happens, but that's how I feel. Being a fan makes me feel like I am beneath that person. I am a fan of people's art, of their content, of whatever they're creating. But I am not a fan of a person. There's just not really a thing for me. So it wouldn't really happen. Pretend you don't know them and go on a date. I wouldn't lie. I understand the logic behind it, but I wouldn't do that. Do you want to build a relationship on that kind of lie? I don't. I would not kindly ask for a picture and leave either, because I don't want that. I don't want a picture with any celebrity whose art I actually enjoy, because I don't want... it's just not something I want. Like, for me, when I like someone's art, I want to maybe befriend them, but only as an equal. I do not want to ever participate in a dynamic of fan and celebrity. It's just not something that I can do. It makes something within me very, very uncomfortable. It's why I would never go to a meet and greet. Like, I don't want a 30-second conversation, a hug, and a signed book or something. I don't want that. Genuinely. It's just not... I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I know it makes a lot of people very happy, and that's great. But it just doesn't work for me. There's something wrong with me in that sense that I can't... It's probably just because I've been in a position of a victim a lot in life. I've been bullied and humiliated and abused, and I don't want to be in any way beneath another person, and this makes me feel beneath another person, which is probably not fair to say, because I'm not saying that a celebrity does that to you, that they think of you as an inferior person. Some do, but not everyone, obviously. It's me, it's my issue. I feel like by being someone's fan, I am somehow beneath them. I can't do that. So none of this, really just none of this. You got the opportunity to talk to your younger self. Tell her the future, cringe at your awkwardness, spend one day hanging out. I would very much tell her the future and hope that she either fixes it or kills herself so I don't have to deal with this bullshit. So I think that's it. Thank you for sticking around. I think this is gonna be quite long because I recorded like an hour and a half of footage. So if you stuck around for this entire shebangle, thank you so much. I don't know why you are still here, but I deeply appreciate it. See you next month. I mean, I will make other videos, but I've decided that I'm going to make one gaming video per month. Don't really know what I'm going to play next, but this has been fun for me, for the most part. So maybe something like this again. Or not. We'll see.